Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel, Texas Girl Creates, where I make various lifestyle videos, all from my comfy home in the Lone Star State. Today, I have a wonderful video for y'all. I wanted to share my tips and tricks from our recent trip to Disneyland in Anaheim, California. Yes, it was a really good trip. We had a little trouble with our flight. We booked American Airlines and we got delayed twice. And we had to rebook with Delta in order to make it to our first day at Disney. So that was kind of a bummer. So I would recommend not booking with American Airlines, book with Delta. Okay, let me get started on the advice I wanted to share with y'all. First of all, book for 2 days at least. Actually, 2 days is perfect. I think 1 day would have been too short, 3 days would have been too long. 2 days will give you plenty of time to ride all of the rides you want to and do other things like watch parades, eat. If you're adults, have a couple of drinks. Second is book at a hotel nearby. You don't have to stay at the resort, which costs a lot more. We booked at Hilton Anaheim, which cost about $150 per night. We stayed 3 nights. And oh yes, they had a shuttle coming from the hotel to the park that you could take as many, you purchase one time for $6, and then you can take it as many times as you want to back and forth across the park. Also book your dinner reservations a couple of months in advance if you can. Yes, you probably will not be able to get in for dinner in that evening if you don't. You may also have to book your lunch reservations like the day of. That's kind of what we did, and that actually worked out fine. Oh yes, grab a colorful Disney map. This is what it looked like when we went. The inside is really pretty and very helpful, and it's not too big, so it's easy to pack around in your purse or backpack. There's the wonderful map, and then it has all the attractions and dining on this side. Yeah, that will really help you navigate around the park when you're trying to figure out which ride you want to go to next or what ride you want to do in each land, because they're going to be like some in different lands. Like Tomorrowland has several rides, Fantasyland has several rides, Frontierland has several rides. So yeah, so okay, on to the rides. The rides at Disneyland were actually really not very scary at all, which I was very happy with. They were just really fun, entertaining, very colorful. I really enjoyed the rides. The scariest one for me was Space Mountain, which if I had to do it again, I would not do it again. I felt like I was going to pass out a couple of times, so I would not recommend Space Mountain. My favorites were Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. That one was really fun, a little bit scary, and very entertaining. And then Peter Pan's Flight was beautiful, such a beautiful ride. You ride in this ship-looking little cart around different parts of Peter Pan world, whatever that is. And it kind of goes through the story of Peter Pan. Also, Pirates of the Caribbean was really, really cool. It was a longer ride. Yeah, it was a little bit longer, but very entertaining, very laid back and relaxing. So those are my top 3 favorites on the ride. The restaurants were actually pretty good and not terribly expensive. They were about what I expected. My favorites for lunch were the Red Rose Tavern, which is a Beauty and the Beast theme. They didn't have a huge big menu, but I just had like a hamburger and fries and it was good. And the Carnation Cafe was also really good. They had, I think, a little bit more variety. They had like some sandwiches. We actually had a couple of drinks there, which were very good. My top picks for dinner are the River Belle Terrace and Cafe Orleans. Both of them were in the New Orleans Square part of the park, and yeah, the Cafe Orleans was a little bit more expensive, but it was really, really good food. I had the braised beef short ribs the last night there with some rice and asparagus. It was really, really yummy. Okay, I also wanted to share with y'all a little bit about the gift shops. They are throughout the park and they have different themes to match the park, the part of the park you're in. Like Frontierland had like a Western themed gift shop. We did most of our shopping on the, what was it called? Main Street. We did most of our shopping for souvenirs on Main Street. And I wanted to show y'all a little bit of what I got. So some of the things were really expensive. There were also some things that were not so expensive. This is the most expensive thing I got. It's this neat little teacup candle. It smells really good. It smells like spiced chai. And once you're finished with the candle, you can reuse it as a actual teacup or coffee cup. This one was $44.99. Yeah, I really didn't want to spend that much, but my husband encouraged me. He was like, just get it, just get it. So I got that. I also got this mug for $19.99. Just a really pretty image of Aurora's castle. Yeah, so I'll be using this all the time. They also had these really cool long-sleeved Disneyland shirts with like Disneyland way across the back, like really big letters. They looked like really good quality. They seemed like very good quality, but they were like between $80 and $90 each. And I just could not justify getting one because it would be fun to wear like around the park and around the hotel, around the airport, but I just didn't see myself wearing it a whole lot anywhere else. Honestly, I don't hardly ever wear long sleeves in Texas because it's so hot. So I didn't get it, but it was something I was considering buying. And also if it had been probably $49, I probably would have got it, but 80, I can't remember if it was 80 or 89. I just couldn't do it. So, and then we also got this little tiny magnet that says Disneyland. I believe this was $12. Also, I wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about the ears. The ears are very popular. I would say almost half the people at the park had on mini Mickey Mouse ears. I went ahead and bought myself some when we were there. I got the Cinderella themed ears. I had to like, I was a little surprised that they were $40. It's a little high, but they are really well made. I wore them the first 4 to 5 hours, the first day at the park. Anyway, yeah, I did do a little research and you can find ears for a lot cheaper, around $10 from sites like Amazon and Etsy. Oh yeah, I also wanted to recommend this book. This is the Unofficial Guide to Disneyland 2026. You can probably find one that is slightly used for around $15. If you buy it new, it's probably more like $20. But it is a really good book to kind of look through, read through some of it. You won't have to read through all of it because not all of it will apply to you. But it also came with these really fantastic touring plans. They look like this. And it basically tells you like what ride you should go to first, what rides you should use the Lightning Lane pass for. It has a map. I made a copy of this and had one for day 1 and then day 2. It also has 1-day touring plans. It has, I think it had even more days touring plans. So I would definitely recommend getting this book. And then one last thing, don't let the crowds bother you. Don't let the rude people bother you. Try to be nice to everyone. I was even thinking if you had small kids, you could kind of make a game out of it. How many people can you be nice to that day? So just don't let it bring you down. Just be nice. It'll make your day better. It'll make the other person's day better. So yeah. All right. That about wraps it up for my Disneyland trip tips and tricks. So thank you so much for watching. Everyone have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye.